Because money laundering is basically you disguise the illicit origin of illegal proceeds in order to enjoy it or to give it an appearance of legitimacy. So what does it mean? You earn money from some illegal activity, you want to use it, so you distance yourself and that money from that criminal origin. So that process is called money laundering. Actually, in this context, we are talking about three areas: money laundering, then terrorist financing. Financing of terrorists, terrorist organizations, and also terrorist activities is called terrorist financing. Why do they need money? For their sustenance, trainings, and also to conduct terrorist activities. So in these both instances, these are like vicious cycles. If we take out the element of money, we can curb these offenses. And we are talking about another area, that is rapid construction of weapons of mass destruction. That is the proliferation financing, because we are all aware with nuclear weapons, biological weapons, they can cause a severe damage to human and physical capital in a very short period. So world doesn't want unauthorized individuals, organizations, and countries to uh, have them, to purchase them or possess them. So to combat them, they have proliferation financing combating also. So in this context, the global policy setter is called Financial Action Task Force. They have introduced 40 recommendations. They are focusing on combating money laundering, terrorist financing, and proliferation financing. So countries should have necessary legal framework, institutional framework, and also our competent authorities should have necessary powers and procedures to combat money laundering, terrorist financing. That is not enough. That is only the technical compliance with respect to 40 recommendations. But we should implement our legal system. That is effectiveness. Our AML CFT system, anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism system, should actually yield expected results. So this is called effectiveness. This is measured by FATF through its regional bodies. In our case, it is the APG, Asia Pacific Group on Money Laundering, from time to time. So through mutual evaluations. Sri Lanka has faced 2 mutual evaluations before. Our third mutual evaluation on anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism is due in 40 weeks, next year, March 2025. During the first 2 instances, after the evaluation, Sri Lanka was grey listed. We faced a lot of negative repercussions because of grey listing. Because even though FATF does not ask other countries to take countermeasures against grey listed countries, other countries view grey listed countries as high risk countries. So they are de-risking. So that means they consider them as high risk countries. So grey listed countries, individuals, institutions, not only that, financial institutions, they face higher scrutiny, enhanced due diligence. And also our correspondent banking relationships are at a stake. Sometimes they withdraw them, reevaluate them. They don't enter into new correspondent banking relationships with financial institutions in grey listed countries. And we have to face, we are a borrowing country. When we go for debt, international debt, we have to face higher risk premium, higher interest rate. Our borrowing costs go high. Then credit rating will be affected, sovereign rating will be affected. With all this, we cannot go back to the grey list in the third time. So this is not only about that. Actually, the 2018 IMF framework for extended fund engagement, it has a specific pillar out of 6 pillars on money laundering and terrorist financing, which specifically talks about international cooperation, criminal justice, again, preventive measures, and also transparency and beneficial ownership of companies. So these areas are very important. Because of that, anti-money laundering measures, countering the financing terrorism measures, not only important for our country to face the mutual evaluation, but also